Brian Daigle, how are we doing, my friend? My brother.
Brothers, people in the chat, I'm fine. I'm fine. There's nothing to get wound up or annoyed about. This is a game that we just cannot win because we have a club with a mentality and cultural and leadership issue. It's a game where we have only won once in Premier League history. It's what's there to be annoyed about? It's the 20th defeat overall of the season, 16th in the league. Honestly, the being angry part now is gone. This is the norm now. This is the norm, having to discuss defeats and trying to find glimmers of hope. Like I'm sure people will come out with, we only lost by 1 goal, so get in there. We're still up for that trophy. What more is there to say? There's no leadership. There's no patterns of play. There's no nothing. You look at it, players like Maddison and other people. Maddison's Sonny. The players that are meant to be the creators and be the big stars that get us out of games. They're nowhere. Vicario may be a brilliant shot stopper, but why is he fisting every single cross? Why is his distribution shocking? Why are we continuing to play out from the back when we systematically can't do it? Chelsea looked disciplined when they were defending the lead. We're just a shambles. We are just an utter shambles. And I don't know what, all you can say is we showed some fight, but got nowhere with it.
Well, no, Anne said we nearly did. We nearly showed enough. I mean, I don't know what game he was watching.
Well, I mean, obviously, with the fans doing that, you don't know what you're doing, and cupping his ear. I mean, we are just in yet another mess in the bullshit production that is Daniel Levy's Tottenham Hotspur. This is just another chapter of something that goes on. 6 years ago today, we played our first game in the Game Changer. 3rd in the Premier League. On our way to a Champions League final. Quality squad. Great manager. Who would have thought 6 years later we'd be sitting 15th in the league. Europe hanging by a thread because we're not going to get it by league position. We need to win the cup, which I don't think we can. Wages decreasing. Another manager failure. Well, what is there to say?
It's who we are, mate. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore, Brian.
Brian, what is your reaction to the reports of Ange cupping his ears to the away fans after the equaliser, which obviously got ruled out from VAR anyway? But like, what is your reaction to that? Have you seen it? I don't know if you've.
I've heard people talk. I understand that fans were singing "You don't know what you're doing" when he made the Bergvall sub, kind of like with the Mora Nuno sub at the time. But I'm not understanding why is he cupping his ears? I don't get why he's done this kind of thing. What is the reasoning behind it?
He said that
he claims I've got there's a little clip here, maybe I'll watch it off when you're gone, but he claims he says he's been misinterpreted, and he said we'd scored and I wanted to hear the fans. He was trying to G up the fans, trying to hear them cheer. But a lot of people are obviously read it as him basically saying I told you so after we scored with the player that he subbed on, essentially. So I guess whoever you believe. It's and just saying it's incredible how people misinterpret things, but obviously people will misinterpret an ear cup like that when you're doing it to your away fans.
Well, especially you're doing it to your away fans, but we've got to look at this now. When we look at it last season, it was because we didn't play too many. We didn't have enough games. This season, it's because we played too many games. Then it's we didn't prepare for the start of the season. Well, you've got 26 years experience. You didn't realise we were playing 3 or 4 games. Our owners didn't realise the European football was coming round. Squad rotation. There's an answer for everything with this. Honestly, and at the beginning of his tenure, he could tell me whatever he wanted, and I was buying everything he was selling. Well, I ain't buying it anymore. It's excuse after excuse. And we are where we are. I mean, Sim, after that performance, where are you right now in your stance with Ange Postecoglou? Let's put you on this. Where are you?
He won't say it, Brian. He won't say it just yet. He's waiting for Frankfurt.
When he does things like that though to the away fans, he's basically trying to turn the place more toxic. That is where kind of a line has to be drawn almost. You can't be doing that to your own fans. And apparently Sonny as well was seen shushing the away fans after the goal. Like, I don't understand what's going on, but I understand they've taken a lot of criticism and maybe they're trying to rally behind each other and they don't, and they want to, I don't know, but taking it out on your own fans who have been served defeat after defeat this season is not the way to do it.
So you got to look at it as well. So if we go back to the Alkmaar game when you went out there to the Netherlands, Vicario had a pop, didn't he? Or we thought he had a pop. And then he kept, it's the players, it's the fans. Sorry, it's the players, it's now the managers. This keeps happening, and they're trying to say that we need to get behind them. Well, give us something to get behind. We've backed you, we support you. From all around the world, the great away fans and the home match day going fans travel to the Levy Bowl, the entertainment complex, or to away games up and down the country, across the world, at great expense to the fans. And there's no accountability. Like I said, there's no accountability. There's just, we move on. Yeah, well, get behind the tip. Well, what is happening to this football club? What is that? It is literally, it's crumbling. Unfortunately, as a football team, we are crumbling. Football isn't the priority. The lunatics are on in the asylum. And it's just another shit show, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely. In terms of the game itself, there was a few controversial moments. The goal that was ruled out from VAR, they had a goal ruled out as well. Anything you disagreed with in terms of what happened?
It's amazing how long VAR took to check out these goals, but with the red card yesterday, it's done like that. That was, VAR, if we had a choice to have it got... People will say, and I understand the argument for people saying it's not the technology, it's the people using it. But the people using it has been the fundamental time, the whole problem. They're bringing in this semi-automated offside, I think later this month, aren't they, Sim or Nick?
So not this weekend, the weekend after.
I mean, why do it at the end of the season, not at the beginning of the season, like we thought that would have killed half this time? I will say, to begin with, I thought Sar's goal stood, but when you started seeing the replays, he's got the man first. It may be soft in today's football, but it's the correct.
Brian, I don't think it is soft. I think it could potentially have been a red card, mate. If I'm honest, genuinely.
If you look at it, Nick, I can see where you're coming from, but if you look at it, I see what happened yesterday with Tarkowski.
Yeah, that was a red all day long.
I mean, that's where it's a red. I don't know if I'd go as far as to.
Yeah, no, but we have seen. I mean, if you look at Jota, if you look at Bruno, if you look at the tackles they've done, and I think that's not. They've become subjective rather than actually the standards of refereeing, because that's where the issue is, right? Because any one of us last night, the moment that happened, everyone's saying that should be reviewed and that'll be a red card. That Sar tackle, when we first saw the replay, okay, cool, that's a foul. It's going to be disallowed. Yeah. What the hell is taking them so long? Like I said to Sim, the offside, I get it. It wasn't clear. It wasn't obvious. They needed to see where everyone was, see what was doing, and that took so long. But to take that long after just watching that after one thing.
It's ridiculous. But the final thing I'll say, because I'm sure you've got other guests on, and funny enough, I've got to get to the airport, is what I will say with Chelsea at the end, and which you cannot say for Spurs at the moment under this manager, is when it came to them defending the lead at the final stages of the 90 and the 12, every time we're on the attack, all 11 back behind the ball, making it as hard as possible to break us, or for us to break them down. making sure there's no space whatsoever to get a shot on, get it out for just nothing. Whereas with us, we're just open. We're just open. They're a well-drilled team, and whether they spend hundreds of millions or not, they've got the job done, and you can see they are miles upon miles upon miles ahead of us. And whoever the next manager is, because I'm sure there will be a manager change, whether it's after this performance and what's happened at the ground, or after Frankfurt, or in the summer, the next manager coming in, I don't think we can attract a big-name manager. I don't think they're going to want to come here. I don't think they'll get what they want. We've got to look at a manager that can just get us back into the top half, about challenging for the Conference League and the Europa League, because we're not going to get back financially to get the Champions League players. The big managers with the big reputations to get the job done won't come. We've really got to look and say Spurs have got. We're starting from Project Zero again, and we've just got to build to try and get back and challenge for the Conference League and the Europa League, and do this step by step. Because no big manager's going to come here. There's no magic wand. There's no endless pit or war chest, as Conte was told, but doesn't get. And we need to rebuild our house. And most importantly, and I'll say this finally, Sim, Nick, is everyone knows how I feel about Levy and others feel about Levy. This protest on Sunday is massive. Change for Spurs have done incredible work, phenomenal work. Got brilliant support of the last one. Well, this one needs to be huge. And even if you want to go, I won't even go into a league. I'll just say this week we have had his bullshit, pearls of bullshit statement with the financials. We've had Paratici obviously not believing the project and go to Milan. We've lost to Chelsea again. 16 defeats. Hopefully this week, and that's just this week, Nick.
Yeah.
The statement, Paratici not coming and losing to Chelsea in the space of 4 days. 4 days. And I could go on for years about what I feel about Levy and why this needs to be big. But for all the work Change for Spurs have done, and Jay, if you can get to the ground and you want change at this football club, whether it is going to make a massive impact to what the grand scheme of things, whether it helps get the bigger exposure that is needed, if you can get to that protest, whether you're going into the ground or not, get there. Because this needs to be massive, because we are just now a banter club. That's what we are. We are a banter club. I expect by the time I land to see Paddy Power have done a tweet about us, Domino's Pizza have done a tweet about us, and I want my football club back. We all want our football club back. Something to be proud of. And we just can't be at the moment.
No, we can't, unfortunately, Brian.
All right, Brian, lovely to chat to you as always, my friend.
Looking
forward to seeing you. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Have a safe flight, Brian.
Cheers, brother. Everyone in the chat, have a great evening. And as always, Levy out.